Are you kidding me? Future's so bright, baby. Future's so bright, had to put the shades on. Look at the routes. Oh, my. No way. Come on. So we're back, another episode of the Dan and Ninko Show, episode 138. And are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Future's so bright, baby. Future's so bright, had to put the shades on. I'm telling you. Shades. Future's so bright. We got Drake May. This is the week.
For Drake May. Finally got a quarterback.
Pour it out for my homie Jacoby. Anyway.
Jacoby. He was terrible.
Oh, no offensive line. Worst pass protection in the league.
The pass protection was fine on Sunday.
He missed a few plays.
A few? They threw the ball 30-something times.
Listen.
Before the last two drives, he had 60 yards.
Let's dive into this sucker. We got a whole episode to talk about it. We got questions. We need to answer these questions. We got to know what's going on. The Patriots came up short against Miami Dolphins. They had a chance at the end to score a touchdown. I don't understand the stupid rules anyway. Okay, listen. If I'm running this way towards out of bounds and I drag my toes, that's fine. In. But if I'm falling backwards and my one foot's in and this foot's in and then my heel touches the line, it's out.
So you didn't know that rule before?
No, I think it's stupid. Well, I thought
doesn't make any sense.
I thought if it's your foot in and you touch any part of in, you're in.
Well, what's
the difference between because if you would have done this and touched his heel, say the heel touches, it's a touchdown.
Is it?
Yeah.
I thought it was the whole foot they were saying.
No, if he just puts his foot and touches the heel,
what the fuck's the point?
He's in.
What's the fuck is the point of that?
It can't be the whole foot. It's you got to touch.
I think it has to be the whole foot
because his toe touched and then his whole foot touched out of bounds. If any part of your body touches out of bounds, it's out. But if he literally just drug both heels, that's like toes.
Or just turned around.
But I'm saying if you're going backwards, what's the difference?
But I mean, you're going backwards, right? But if he just basically turned around
and dragged his feet, he's in. So I'm saying if instead of your
how do you even call that
heel coming down, if you just literally tap with your heels and drag in, it's a touchdown. Yeah. It's ridiculous. But anyway.
There's no way you know that rule. Like, players don't even know that rule, right?
I think they thought that because
you could see him just put his toe down.
Yeah,
like
yes.
It's not like he took.
So
if
he didn't put his say he just did this and then didn't touch his heel to the line,
then it's a touchdown.
That's
right?
a touchdown.
Yeah, it's stupid.
It's
because
ridiculous.
The play should be dead then, right? Like, you catch.
You're in, two in,
and then once you step out,
it's ridiculous.
Yeah, that's just. But it doesn't matter though. You had 100 chances to win that game.
Yeah.
Miami Dolphins suck.
Okay, so now we're moving forward. Which I don't know if this is the best week, but they have to do it. So my thought on the whole Jacoby, the change from
the plan,
Miami, the plan. I don't know the plan. The plan of week 4 versus week 5. If you took performances and evaluated the performances, maybe through the first 3 weeks, you would say it's not fair enough. After 4 weeks and a couple missed throws, and that touchdown shouldn't have been close to the end of the end double toes in. He was wide open. Just throw it to him.
Yeah, it was a bad throw.
Yeah, it was high and it was zipped in there. Just put it. Yeah, just put it right to him. It should be easy touchdown. Yeah. But anyway, so this is going to be an exciting game. People are going to be excited to see Drake May come out there.
It's very exciting, but you're going to have fans that are just going to be absolutely ignorant with it, right?
People are ignorant in general. Fans are ignorant.
But the thing is, like, if he goes and throws for 160, a touchdown and 2 picks, it's going to be he's the worst quarterback ever. I mean, it is his first start. There's not many you know who the quarterback is with the best ever first start for the Patriots is, right?
Not a rookie though.
No, as a rookie.
As a true rookie?
Yeah.
Probably Mac Jones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was absolutely the best. But
think about it. Who's been a rookie in forever? I don't know.
Yeah.
You guys enjoying the show? There's a few ways that you can support the Dan and Ninko Show. First being subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Or you can become a super fan. Go to danandninko.com. First month is 50% off, so it's only $5 to subscribe. That gives you an exclusive chat with Ninko and I on Discord. access to exclusive content, 15% off our brand new merch store, which has some really cool stuff in it, our members only merch, and you get notified when we have special guests on the show. I mean, what do you expect from Drake May in this game?
I'm expecting better throws. First of all, better throws. Maybe more vision, better vision, and with the ability to get out of the pocket, I think it creates more broken plays, which are harder to defend. So if you were the Texans going into this week, why do you have to name Mac as the starter?
No, don't say Mac. May.
Oh, May. Sorry. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. No. No. All right.
Yeah.
May.
I don't know why. It would be.
I just had Mac on that.
Wouldn't have been
brain.
a better thing to not name him.
No, that's what I'm thinking. If you're playing the Texans, and you just say we're evaluating this week and we'll make the decision at the end of the week, why even say who your starter is until literally the Texans have to prepare for, hey, this is our defensive game plan. We're going in. We're going to face Jacoby. We're going to pin our ears back. We're just going to pass rush. And then you throw Drake out there and like, shit.
Yeah.
We got to figure out how to keep the quarterback in the pocket. We got to think about all these move the pocket plays.
Yep.
So
I would be surprised, though, if any way the Texans would prepare for Drake. I mean, how do you prepare for Drake May anyway, though?
Just
you have
put
no
a mirror.
game
You could have a spy.
I know, but you could just make that change pretty easy, though, I think. I mean,
not if you practice it. If you have these guys coming in all week and they're like, I'm just getting sacks. I'm getting sacks. I'm getting sacks. And they're flying past the quarterback. That's going to open up his ability to get up and get out and run for first downs like he did in the preseason.
So what happens if he steps in here, though, and lights it up? Like
season's back on.
But what do you have to think about the coaching staff then, though?
What do you mean? They had a plan.
They didn't have a fucking plan.
The plan was
you looked at the schedule, you go, okay, we're going to put him in against the best chance we get at a top 5 defense we're going to go against. We're going to put him in there. The plan should have been he started this past weekend against the Dolphins. That should have been the plan. That was the right game to start him in. 100%. Easy game.
It would have been a much better game for him to go against not the top tier. But my only concern is he just is. No, you know what? Screw it. I'm not concerned. He's a kid. Let him go out there. He's 22 years old.
He's very confident.
He does. And at all his interviews, he's
very good on for all his interviews.
Yeah, he is. I want to see him fired up.
Don't you want to see him throw a 60-yard touchdown?
I want to see him get mad. I like to see when guys are mad.
Yeah.
Brings out a little bit of their true colors. You know, some guys are.
But what happens in
like
New
Tom?
England?
Tom would just his eyes start crossing.
What happens in New England though if he goes out first drive and throws a 60-yard touchdown pass to Polk or something like that?
It'll be everyone jumps back on the bandwagon of I knew it was the best decision. I knew this. This is the smartest thing. Blah blah blah. That's just the way it goes, though. That's the media. But if I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm excited to expand my playbook. Instead of, some offensive guys would be like, oh, this is exactly what I run. If you have a different quarterback style, you can do more move the pocket. You could do RPO. You could do a lot more things with moving the quarterback.
But do you really think Van Pelt wanted Drake May to start? Think about this.
I mean, it's more work for him now.
But no, yeah, I know.
He's got to earn his money now.
It's almost as if Van Pelt in that Dolphins game tried everything he could do to keep Jacoby as the starter. They threw the ball 38 times and ran the ball 18 times. They were averaging 8 yards a carry running the ball.
They should have ran the ball more at the end.
But it was like he was trying to save Jacoby, right? Like he was trying to save him.
Save yourself.
And it's just like,
save
usually
yourself.
Go to the veteran, right, to make the right play. The last play of the game was the worst decision could have made. He couldn't have made a worse decision. The whole play was called for Pop Douglas as the crosser to pick up 20 yards, 15, 20 yards right there. he's open as the crosser. He doesn't see him and just throws it to Hunter Henry. That's going to go down like a sack of potatoes the minute he catches the ball with 4 guys around him 10 yards from the end zone with no timeouts.
Yeah.
Now, there's a lot of the writers are writing about that. This is the worst coached Patriots team in a long time. What's your take on that one?
What's based on?
They have a lot of penalties, a lot of stupid plays, a lot of like just things that don't make sense. Like
I feel like I've seen a lot of, like, the difference is Bill had the ultimate trump card and could say he had all his resume, but they were making some bad mistakes last year, year before that, 3 years ago. Too many guys on the field.
But you had too many guys on the field on a punt.
Well, that can happen because you have a guy who goes down or somebody comes back. That's why when you go through usually before every game, you go through your subs. And if somebody goes down, and people don't realize this, somebody gets banged up. So say Ninko dislocates his thumb. Okay, I dislocate my thumb on the last 3rd down play. I go to the sideline. I'm talking to Jim, and I'm like, dude, I need my thumb taped. If I don't go and I don't tell the special teams coach or the head coach, somebody has to tell them Ninko's out. So then what you have to make sure is when the next guy understands I'm going in for Ninko, and then I'm taped up and ready to go, and I don't know that guy doesn't know that he is unaware I'm back in. He's on the field. I'm like, oh shit, I'm back. I go on the field, 12 guys on the field. Like, that's kind of where you get screwed up. That happens all the time. Guy goes down, gets his ankle taped or gets something fixed. He's back. It's easier when a guy's out. When a guy gets hurt and he's out, it's like, Ninko's down. All right, you're in for Ninko on everything. You're in on Ninko's defensive position. You're on this and that, and then that's pretty smooth. It's when you have multiple guys that are coming in and coming out and they don't realize it. That's when you get the 12 guys on the field stuff, which that happens to a lot of that happens to people. I mean, it happens to teams. That's why you have to have great communication from your medical, assistants, or if they see somebody's banged up, letting the next guy know you're out, he's back in, so we don't have those issues. But I mean, I'm not going to say the sample size has been 4 weeks. They're 1-3. The team in general,
1-4.
Oh, 1-4. Shit. Damn, they're 1-4 already.
Yeah,
right. Because they had the Thursday night game.
Yeah.
Sometimes that short week screws you up.
Yeah,
how about the Jets, huh? How about the Jets? Jets.
Rodgers
Jets.
had his coach fired.
Blow.
Rodgers had his coach fired.
He said that did not happen. He said he had no, not at all.
It's that he was also immunized, right?
Did you see that one clip of him not hugging Salah?
Yeah, it was a couple weeks ago.
That is insane.
They tried to brush it off with.
Yeah,
he said,
right.
Like, I think Rodgers said Salah's not a hugger, so it took him by surprise or something. He fucking stared him down after that.
Gave him a death stare. How don't you ever look at me like that and want to hug me? If I went to go hug somebody like that and they did that to me, I might just punch them right in the face. You can't. It's your
Especially
coach.
On national TV.
Yeah. Dude, that's so no more. But here's my thing. Salah's out. He had worked with the offensive coordinator, Can't Hackett. What's his name? Hackett.
Nathaniel Hackett.
Nathaniel Hackett. They replaced him as well. So OC's out. You're going to see Rodgers come to the sideline and grab the play sheet and just start
crossing
like circle what he likes. And then he's going to radio back to the sideline like, we're running play 5. He's going to be the OC and the head coach.
Does this stuff start staining Rodgers' legacy a little bit?
When you see him come back from injury and he looks fragile right now.
Yeah, he looks old.
He looks old.
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't look like he's going to be able to play 17 weeks.
No.
When he's on the ground crawling on all fours and his legs look like toothpicks, and he doesn't
looks weak.
He looks weak. He doesn't look
like Aaron Rodgers.
He doesn't look like Aaron. No. He doesn't look. So when we played him in 2014, he was much thicker.
Yeah.
From his hips down, like
10 years ago.
his legs were bigger.
10 years ago.
He looks like an old man.
Yeah.
He looks like an old man playing football.
He didn't look like when Brady got old to play.
No. He looks
like Brady almost like faster, I think, like running and stuff like that.
Well,
throughout his career.
When you looked at Tom 10, 20 years ago, he was always thin and lanky and long, and he was never a runner. He was never a guy that could get out and scramble and run for first downs. Rodgers against the Patriots looked pretty good, but for the most part, when he's getting tackled, it looks like his feet are going to just like every time he gets hit, I'm thinking something's going to just explode. Yeah. His ankle, his knee, and he acts like it too. Like
I know.
Every time he gets tackled, he's like,
like Brady would just pop right up after getting hit. And you got to remember too, you're talking Brady because Rodgers, what, 40?
40.
And so when Brady was 40, which was
which
was what, 6 years ago?
There's no comparison.
7 years ago.
When
you
Tom
played with
was
Brady when he was 40, right?
Yeah. Well, how old was he in 17? If he's 40,
he's like 46 or 7.
I think he
right?
was 40 years old. He was
around
around 40.
40.
Yeah.
I mean, that was a whole
completely different look.
Yeah. I mean, Tom looked really good then.
Tom looked really good. Tom
physically
looks good.
Like everything.
Yeah. Even at the end, I mean, Tom, I think the last year, I think it's the skittish, like you start to get skittish. Yeah. And it happened to Favre. Like you look at the last year of Favre, he looked similar to Rodgers. As far as if you watch 2009, Brett Favre, his body type looked similar to Rodgers. Could still throw, can still freaking zing the ball all over the field, but it was their legs and their lower body didn't look stout. Because you think that at 40 years old, Rodgers is going in the gym and putting 3 plates on his back and he's actually squatting like he was when he was in his 20s and 30s.
Like an ice bath.
Yeah, he's not. He's doing like Pilates and stretching and
ayahuasca.
He's not doing any legs.
Putting leeches on himself.
I guarantee his leg routine is like air squats and the Stairmaster.
Leeches.
Something that isn't to play football. You got to put the freaking bar on your back and squat. No.
Yeah, I don't see him playing next year. Jets are screwed.
I thought after, I mean, I said it. I thought after his Achilles, he wasn't going to play again. Because at that point, do you think there's any regrets? Do you think he sits there, he's like, why the hell am I playing football right now?
I think so.
Of course.
Especially for that organization.
That in New York City right now, they're probably getting just their media is similar to Boston. They get after you.
How's Greeny handling it, you think?
Oh, terrible. I said I had to put something on his social media. It was like his wife took a picture of him like watching the Jets. I'm like, mental health Jets check on Greeny. Make sure he's okay. That's like you can't, because the expectation, like all these Jets fans had this expectation. We got Rodgers. He's healthy. He's back. Yeah, and they don't look good. Now this will be interesting.
When they're paying solid $20,000 a day.
$20,000 a day.
For the next 2 years?
For 2 years. You guys, I don't understand the premature firing. When's the last time a head coach got fired week 5 of the regular season?
I thought I read that it was the first time since
it's the first
Jets
time
owner has ever fired
anybody.
And he had Adam Gase.
Yeah.
I mean, he had some fucking
He had
terrible
the freaking
coaches.
cuckoo guy, like
freaking out at the fucking press conference.
Crazy eyes. Where's Adam Gase? Is he at football? Is he in football?
I thought he was like a
he's probably
like
analytics guy or something.
Consultant.
Consultant.
Like
yeah, consult. Yeah, that's the way to go. These guys can't do anything in coaching, and they decide.
But you see the whole thing with Saleh that they fired him. It's funny when you put in Adam Gase, that's what comes up. But
oh my gosh,
when they fired Saleh,
that is insane.
When they fired Saleh, though, like, do you see that they escorted him out of the building? He wasn't allowed to talk to anybody. They brought like security and took him out. I mean, that's not good. But that's not good to go find another coach, right? Like, if you're a coach, are you really looking there?
I just don't. To me, it feels like that gets personal. That's like a personal thing.
Yeah.
If somebody is escorting you out, excuse me, you're fired. Get your shit, and we'll escort you out. I don't want you to talk to anybody. You're not going to say your goodbyes. You're out of here. It seems that seems personal.
Yeah.
It seems like there's a
That's what
rift
I mean.
there.
Something had to have happened.
I think something
right?
had to have happened.
Like Salah told him to go fuck himself.
Something like that. Like you try and win in this whatever environment. I guarantee him and Rodgers got into it too. I bet there had to have been something where there were words exchanged and it just turned bad.
It had to have been.
Had to have been.
Back to Adam Gase, he is actually on the 33rd team.
Oh, he's on the 33rd team.
Yeah.
With that group of.
Well, we look now. Matty P was probably the best offensive coordinator in the last 5 years for the Patriots.
Comparatively, you look at the statistics.
Worse. It's getting worse.
Bring him back.
Let's get Matty back. Aren't they? They're averaging like 8 points a game in the last 3 games.
I don't know. Let's hopefully the Texans is a game we could score some points. I don't know.
But here's my thing though with Drake May. I think Drake May is going to obviously bring a whole new level to that position, right? Because the Patriots have never really had anybody.
I think like juice. If you're a receiver, you get more juiced up for this game.
Yeah,
you're excited. You're thinking, I'm going to get the ball in this play, and I think Jacoby professionally did a great job in the media, like talking after games. I'd have a hard time being so nice if I was being hit as many times as he has been.
A lot of it goes on him.
He also missed some plays, but when you look at this team right now, they need to have Drake come in and be the guy.
Yeah.
Because
you're not worried about his offensive coordinator, his offensive play caller. That, by the way, this is the first year he's ever called plays. Now he has a rookie quarterback in a system that he doesn't actually have any experience really.
What is McAdoo doing?
He's an assist. He's like a consultant.
So do you think
like that
there's maybe there could be some help with him?
I would hope so.
Yeah.
But
so I don't know.
So do you think that Mayo actually wanted Van Pelt?
I think they interviewed 12 to 13 coaches and none of them accepted the job.
You don't think he was told?
I don't think anyone accepted that. My experience in watching just coaching staff hires, I think that they had a bunch of guys in for the job and they didn't have Drake May at the time. They didn't have some of the pieces that they have. I don't think really anybody wanted that job. I think they were coming in because a lot of coaches, what they do is they take the interviews to help them for the next year. So a lot of coordinators, if you're an OC, DC, you take the interview. Like Mayo took 3 interviews before he got a head coaching job. Yeah. You take the interview because
I don't know about that though. I think if he got offered, I think he would have taken it.
Who?
Mayo.
Another position? Oh, a different team?
Didn't he interview for the Eagles head coaching job?
No, I thought it was like Steelers. No, it wasn't the Steelers. I think it was the DC job somewhere.
I think he interviewed for the head coach of the Panthers.
Oh, he did, yeah, the Panthers.
I'm almost positive he interviewed for the head coach of the Eagles.
I don't know. I think but you go on those trips because what it does is it builds the resume, and then next year. So if you're Nick Caley and you do a great job, you're looking to say, "Oh, I've interviewed for these 3 places in the last 3 years, and now I'm ready to go." Yeah. So I personally would have loved Nick to be back here because I think he's a great dude and he's a great coach. Yeah. And he's a young guy with a good offensive mind.
He's been with McVay.
Yeah, and then you got you're influenced by McVay and you get to see that. So maybe you evaluate this season, you look at where it was, if it doesn't work out, because I don't know what the contract status is.
I don't know.
It'd be a year.
Do you think Van Pelt would be back next year?
I think that there'll be changeover in some aspects.
I think the whole offensive staff will be.
I don't know. No. I don't think the whole offensive staff. I think
it will.
I don't.
You get a new OC.
I don't.
A lot of the offensive staff gets changed because you don't usually leave like a quarterback's coach or anything like that. They're going to bring in their own guys. I mean,
it's also I don't know, when was the last time he called plays? 10 years ago or something?
I don't think Van Pelt's ever called plays.
So,
but here's the thing though. So say if Drake May is what people think he's going to become, right? Like, you know,
Say he's
that
a
big bodied,
yes, yeah.
moving, like, and
Yeah.
there's something there.
Josh Allen.
You would assume then there would be.
Speaking of Josh Allen, did you see him hit his head on the ground?
Yeah, no, he was out.
He's been out. Nobody realizes this.
out.
He's been out multiple times.
Yeah.
He's probably been out the same amount of times as Tua, but not in big games. Like Tua has been knocked out in like Monday Night Football or Thursday Night Football.
Where everybody's watching.
He's been knocked out in the Pats
The
game.
1 o'clock game. Like
John
CBS.
Jones. Remember when Jay
Yeah,
Jones knocked
killed
him
him.
out? Just
Killed him.
completely knocked him out.
Yeah.
He's been knocked out by the turf a couple times.
Yeah.
And then he was knocked out this past weekend. So I can think of 4 times he's been sleeping. 4 times.
Yeah.
That is not good.
But you have the NFL sitting
the
saying
optics
that they care
of the
about,
whole like head trauma stuff,
Yeah,
and we're going to take care of our players.
He was
and
out.
he was sleeping, went in for the consult,
Yeah.
comes out, and they give him a smelling salt.
Yeah.
That is not a good look.
But then how does the NFL get away with we're doing player safety and they say they're investigating these things? So if they find out the Dolphins
They don't.
did something wrong, like what are they going to do?
They don't care.
I know.
They don't care
Yeah.
about football.
They didn't care about
player
Tua
health.
because Tua came back 4 games after getting knocked.
And
getting
Tua's going to
completely
come
knocked out.
back and play more. Like they need to, if they really care about the players, the second you're knocked out, you're out.
Yeah, for a couple weeks.
Out.
Yeah.
You can't. You knew he was knocked out. That
Yeah.
was just like the Stafford. Remember in the playoffs where he was looking up at the ceiling and he was completely out.
Yeah.
And he stayed in the game.
Yeah. That's what it's 100% what it was.
It's like, the guy's knocked out.
Yeah.
His eyes, he's looking straight up at the ceiling. Doesn't know where the hell he's at.
Yeah.
But
So back to Drake May. If it looks like Drake May is what he's billed out to be, and say like Polk really starts putting some good reps in, which I think he will.
Yeah.
Pop Douglas, has a quarterback now, so he's starting to look. You would then have to be a pretty interesting, like for an offensive minded guy, right? Like to come in.
I'd be interested.
Because you have a bunch of young core.
I'd be interested, and then you
they
have
a ton of money to spend.
Ton of money.
If they spend
you
it.
You have to spend it.
They
You can't
yet.
keep
They haven't
saving
yet.
it.
They haven't yet. It's been 2
You
years.
have to.
It's been 2
What
years.
are the rules on the NFL spending their salary cap? The NFL as a whole must spend at least 95% of the cap. Any money that is not used in the allowed cap space can be rolled over to the next season. They have to spend it.
But you can eat cap though by like, you could take say Barmore, right? And he's got a $20 million year contract for rough numbers over 5 years. You could then say, okay, we're going to move $40 million of your money into a bonus this year, and then just take it against the cap this year. So you can play the games the same way as that. You could extend your cap out too.
The New England Patriots have $57.3 million in available cap space.
Yeah, right now, it's fucking week 5, week 6.
That's crazy.
Isn't that nuts?
Well, it rolls over.
Yeah, but they're projected to have 100 plus 110, 120 million next year.
This season, the Patriots have started 4 players at left tackle, 2 players at left guard, 2 players at center, 2 players at right guard, 2 players at right tackle.
And all those guys don't combine to make even top left tackle money. The line did look better, though.
Yeah, they look decent.
Yeah.
The most expected cap space. So next year, I think they're going to have like $110 million in cap space.
Yeah. And you could make that even bigger, right? Because you could maneuver some money around and probably get to 150, 160 if you wanted to. They need to find an offense. They need to find a couple offensive linemen. Everybody keeps screaming about wide receiver. Like you see, Devontae Adams coming up for trade. Like they need to go trade for Devontae Adams. Receiver right now, I don't think is an issue for them. You don't even know if it is. You had a quarterback that couldn't get the ball to them. A lot of these guys, if you look at the metrics, they're winning. They're winning against corners. They just can't get the ball thrown to them.
And this doesn't help. Jabril Peppers and that shit. That
I'm worried about that one because he came out and said they had video evidence to show.
No, my thing is if like if you have that, I would just you just put it out instantly.
What I mean. Wouldn't it be out already if it existed?
No, I'm more concerned about the substance because like what are you doing on a Friday? It's Friday. Like
not the first one that's been caught with that.
I know, but that's something that that isn't what you need right now. That ain't what you need right now. You don't have to deal with that right now.
It's like the Patriots captain curse.
Like
they only have of their named captains. There's only 2 that are left. Wise and Cardona.
I know.
One's their,
Joe's gonna be there, and if he ain't, there, Ninko's coming back, baby. I'm gonna snap. Come out there and snap strikes. Shit's easy.
Do it.
I was in Atlanta. I did. I snapped on television Saturday.
In the studio?
I did the TNT Mountain West. So I was with Victor Cruz, Takeo Spikes, who's still his neck. Takeo Spikes' neck.
He was always big.
Huge. Yeah. But which is crazy. He just had back surgery. He was telling me his back was so bad, he had like drop foot.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Because his back, he had to have like fusion or
like
something.
Most middle linebackers are like that though. Just hitting with their heads.
Dude, the guy hit
shoulders.
Hard. But that was cool. I was in Atlanta, Hotlanta, had myself some good Southern food. A lot of tents around there.
Tent City?
Yeah. Hide your watch. It's like, what the heck? But
you were in downtown, right?
Yeah, I was in downtown at the Four Seasons. But the studio was
cool.
Put
you up in the Four Seasons?
I was at the Four Seasons.
Upgrade?
No. Four Seasons. Dude, they don't mess around. They're first class.
So you'll do that. You'll do that again then?
I will do that again. You guys enjoying the show? There's a few ways that you can support the Dan and Ninko Show. First being subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Or you can become a super fan. Go to danandninko.com. First month is 50% off, so it's only $5 to subscribe. That gives you an exclusive chat with Ninko and I on Discord, access to exclusive content, 15% off our brand new merch store, which has some really cool stuff in it, our members only merch, and you get notified when we have special guests on the show.
So I'm sitting there and I'm watching baseball, playoff baseball, which has been insane. Did you watch that Grand Slam last night?
Mm-hmm. I love baseball.
Whew, that was insane.
You don't like baseball?
I don't like regular season baseball. I like playoff baseball when the stakes are high.
Baseball's good.
So I'm sitting there, and it's Dusty Baker and Pedro.
Yep.
He's sitting there, and I went and I grabbed the baseball, and I'm asking him, like, all right, show me your 2-seam, show me your 4-seam. Show me the slider.
The Pedro?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was showing me all. He's like, your ring finger is your weakest finger on your hand. So when you throw the change up,
you push off the ring finger.
You push off the ring finger, and it's not strong enough to take over. So you put the ball in here. It's like a circle change. Yep. Dude, his fingers are like extra long.
You know, with him, though, he used to grip his change up. He would grip fastball. And then when he'd start his windup, he would change it to the changeup.
Yeah, so you couldn't read his fingers.
People don't realize this. It's almost like dating it out like now of like that we're old or whatever. But Pedro Martinez was probably one of the most dominant pitchers ever. He had a run that was insane.
He was talking about like inline movement and when you're throwing a fastball and the movement on the fastball. The way that he talks about it, I'm sitting there, I'm like, I have no idea what you're talking about. Because he kept talking about, oh, that's the 2-seam, that's the 4-seam. It's all how the ball's cutting, right?
Yeah.
So that's why I wanted to ask him, how do you throw that? How do you throw this? And it's just interesting because the dude was
there's lots of different ways. It's not just grip, it's also
it's like
fingers.
And then I wanted to ask him, do you have any like sandpaper in your hat or
you don't remember him with like the Jerry curl? He used to have like
like he was probably getting a little slippery.
Well, back then what they used to do is because if you take sunscreen, like spray on sunscreen, and then the rosin, because you can use rosin, but you put it together, it creates a sticky substance. So that's what people would do. Up to a couple years ago, they used to use spider tack. You know what spider tack is?
No, what's that?
It's like this really sticky substance. It's used to like trap spiders and stuff like that. So they would put it on them and then they'd put it on their fingers and throw. What it does is it creates more spin, which creates more speed.
Yeah, it moves.
Or it's mostly speed though too, because the revolutions of the ball will create more speed. So that's why everybody gets checked in between innings.
That's
now
why
and all that stuff.
all this, the modern day and the technology, those guys probably had sandpaper in their hat
before the game.
Like
and everything.
those guys, they had Vaseline underneath the brim of their hat.
Yeah. You ever see the stories of Wade Boggs?
Yeah, I think about
he drank like 100 beers
the
on a
NFL
plane.
back in the day, where guys would freaking put like row of quarters under their tape, so when they head slap people, they would knock their freaking heads off. Think about Mean Joe Green's pass rush move was a head slap off the snap, which didn't work out well for those old timers nowadays.
So there's a story that he drank 107 beers on a flight to California from Boston.
Well, you see all those old pictures of like the managers ripping a butt with a beer right before a game. Those guys were drinking beers. Think about the Redskins. The Redskins, they used to say after practices would have cold tub sessions, and when they went to the cold tub, they were full of ice beers.
Yeah.
Like in the cold tub. Like they just threw cases of beer in there.
You remember the 04 Red Sox team? Like they
would
drink
drinking
chicken.
in the
Like eat chicken and beer in the
dugout,
clubhouse.
in the clubhouse.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Well, that was like Big Papi. After every at bat, he would walk up, stroll up, have his at bat, maybe hit a home run, maybe strike out, walk back right into the clubhouse.
Yeah,
just
Manny would take a pee in the Green Monster.
That's insane.
That's what baseball was.
Ninko's down big right now. I'm down 9 picks, but we got a long way to go. I think you were down like 7 or 8, 6 picks last year, and you fought your way back. I think last year you were down. I think you were down like 5, and you were able to come back within striking distance. We got a long. This is only week 6.
Year.
No, you didn't.
The regular season, I won last year.
Well, I don't know. It looks like you're going to win this
down,
year. I'm trying to
9.
pick the teams that I think are going to do something, and they get their asses beat. This is a terrible year.
I even called the big upset, which was the Cardinals versus the 49ers.
I know. Yeah. No, they're underperforming. The 49ers are definitely underperforming.
They're a different team without McCaffrey and everything.
We got any questions?
Yeah.
Let's look at some of these questions from
before. Do you have the Aaron Hernandez clip? I want to see if Aaron Hernandez show clip. I want to see if Rob thinks this is what Belichick would do in between practices. I sent it to you on Instagram, I think.
Good old Bill Belichick. He's on a media tour, man. He is absolutely crushing the media game right now. All right, what we got?
This is from the Aaron Hernandez show. This show is terrible.
Do you see any clips of him, like them having him run routes and run 40, like a 40-yard sprint?
No.
If anybody ran like that, they wouldn't have a chance of playing in the NFL. No way. Come on.
This is how he prepared.
Bill's not playing the drums. He's not playing the air guitar.
This is how he prepared. Got his whistle out.
No.
You heard that outside his office?
Listen.
Look at the secretary.
This is not.
His whistle on. He's fucking ready.
Is he playing the guitar? No. That's.
Did you see the Gronk one? Do you have that
Bill,
one?
I don't listen. I've been in Bill's office. He didn't have a CD player like that. Okay. He didn't have a CD player playing.
You guys never sat outside
Bon
his office
Jovi.
when he's jamming out the Bon Jovi.
Oh, it's my life. He's no.
You seen this one? The Gronk one?
Where do they get these guys? Where do they get the actors?
What's up, bro? I'm Rob. They call me Gronk.
Call me Aaron.
Nice. Hey, you meet Coach yet?
Nah, not yet.
That dude is fucking scary, bro.
Dude.
Shit, that's Tom Brady, bro. No shit.
They don't have anyone playing Tom, though. That's for sure.
I just don't know how they cast these guys.
Get hyped. Get hyped, baby. Get hyped.
I don't know how they cast these guys. Like, they're going to a game, and it's like, have you talked to the coach yet? Like, they're in a game.
No, I guess that's practice. I would say that the lockers are actually, they look exactly like the lockers, which is kind of weird. No, these are the routes. Look at the routes. Watch them getting routed up. Oh my! You're not beating anybody in the league. Why didn't they just get someone to come in and run a route? I would have someone come in.
Look at this.
Gee. Look a quarterback play. Can't even throw.
They spent some money on this.
Dude.
Yeah, how could you cast this better?
Type in 40-yard dash. They have them running 40-yard dashes. It's so bad.
I thought FX had money. This is like a low budget thing, isn't it?
I mean, they're probably trying to save. It's like, oh, here it is.
Aaron's about to run again.
You got to type back. Dude, the what? All we have to do is get a stunt double in there and run a good 40. That looks like you, Dan, running a 40.
I think I'm faster than that.
Oh, my gosh. Don't let the actors run the freaking 40 or run routes. Bill. Did you see Mr. Kraft?
Yeah, he's like tan.
Why did they spray
that? Yeah, pull that one up.
They spray tanned him. He looks like Trump with the spray tan.
Is it Hulu or FX?
I don't know. What? What is
He's like an
that?
Oompa Loompa.
What is that? Dude, why couldn't they find a guy with white hair? They take a guy that doesn't have white hair and they put a wig on him and then they put all these prosthetics on him. Just find a guy that has white hair. Just find a guy that has white hair.
Why did they paint him orange though?
I don't know. He's not orange.
Yeah, he's never had.
He's never looked tan like that. It's like crazy.
That's fucking too funny.
Jeez.
You got the questions, DJ?
Yeah, let's hit these questions up.
What the hell is that?
I don't know.
Oh boy, so this is speaking of good ones. Mac 2.0 or the answer? Happy May Day.
I'm gonna go with more answer than.
How could it be Mac 2.0? They're completely different players. Is Cole Strange real, or did I just imagine him? Well, he did tear his PCL at the end of last year.
He tore his patella, which is worse. Yeah, patella tendon explosion. Maybe he'll be back. I don't know.
I think he's gonna be back in a few more weeks.
Yeah,
but
if you don't
even coming
rush,
back in a few weeks,
you do not want to rush
quick.
that. Yeah.
Can Drake May help the Pats D by scrambling to keep more plays alive on offense? Yeah, I think that's what he does.
Yep.
Do you think May will be able to rush for some significant yardage if our O-line falls apart? Yeah,
he's quick and he can get out situated. I think that his athletic ability is going to
rush
help.
For 30, 40 yards.
Yeah, he'll be good.
Yeah. Do you think May is going to spread the ball out better than Jacoby in this game? Jacoby,
and then here's another thing.
Jacoby couldn't hit a wide receiver.
I think he explained it himself. He was saying how because they've been playing other teams and he's been on the scout team, he's running other people's offenses. I'm assuming he's probably destroying in scout team, like looking very good.
Yeah, that's what they said though.
Yeah,
they said that everybody.
So now he's got the excitement, and then you just make him. He might go out there and just see things so much better because he's not worried. You know, when you're young, you don't care.
Yeah,
you don't care.
Well,
you don't think about
pick in the draft.
Yeah.
I mean, if he sucks this year,
I don't think he's going to suck.
No, I'm just saying, if he sucked this year, didn't play well, he's still going to be the starting quarterback next year. You invest.
Well, say for example, he throws 2 touchdown passes and throws 2 picks. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, it's like Jacoby's thrown 2 touchdown passes this year in 5 games.
So if he goes out there and he slings the ball, that's all I want to see. Just sling it, man.
Yeah. Where do you see Drake May in 5 years? Ooh.
That's a tough question. I would say in 5 years, if he's not a good quarterback, it is not good for the Patriots.
He's either, I think it's one of two things.
Yes.
He's either a franchise quarterback
Or he's not.
or he's
And they're searching for another one.
not on the team. I think you'll know that before 5 years, too. I think you're going to know that next year.
Would you take, this is a question for you. If we get the number 1 overall pick or 2 or 3, would you take a skill player or would you take an offensive lineman?
I would trade down and then take an offensive lineman. I'd stockpile.
So, like,
picks.
what if you could get the kid
Travis
from
Hunter?
Yeah.
I just don't think that a wide receiver is really 100. Like, they need more offensive linemen.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like you're missing just an offensive tackle, right? Like, you're missing 2 tackles.
And you might need a
You're
center.
missing a guard.
You know, Andrew's not.
Yeah.
David's not going to be a young
So like
kid.
you gotta fix that line. So you'd be better off, right? If you had the number 2 pick or say the number 3 pick, and you could trade it and get 2 or 3 first round picks plus pick 12, you can get a very good offensive tackle there. Then you're drafting a guard in the next, or center or whatever. Like you could build your team that way. Like it obviously depends too. I wouldn't be, if you don't think Drake May's the right guy, right? Couldn't you just take a quarterback?
Yeah, good.
I mean,
he's going to have enough games now that you can kind of get an
that's
idea.
why you have to see him.
You got to see him.
Yeah. How do we feel about Mayo coaching 5 games into this season?
I think that 5 games into the season, week 1 was a delightful surprise. 2 through current,
2 through 4
2
very
through
bad.
has been difficult, but now that you make a change and you have a quarterback that can potentially get you out of some situations, maybe score some more points, you could change kind of the trajectory of how things are going. So I think right now it's incomplete. I would say you don't really know at this point right now. You don't know. You need to see.
Too soon.
It's too soon. You need to see like more of a body of work.
I mean, what if Drake May comes out and lights it all up?
It's
Is Drake May screwed? I don't think
he's
so
screwed.
at all. I think he's in a good spot. He doesn't have to. If he doesn't win any games or doesn't win many games, it doesn't really matter right now, right? So
what are the top 3 things you'd like to see from May in his first start?
Ninko's 3 keys.
3 things I'd like to see. I'd like to see him take some chances.
Yeah.
So take some chances. I understand you got to take care of the football, blah, 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 but it's your first start in the National Football League as a young guy. Push the ball down the field. Take some shots.
Yeah, don't be afraid to throw
Don't be afraid to throw it. Number 2, I want to see him get out of the pocket. And number 3, I want him, if I'm coaching him for his first game, I'm going to say get what you can get and get down. Don't be a hero. Don't try and put your head down and run people over. Yeah, it's exciting, but it only takes a couple big shots and you could be out. So get out of the pocket, make some plays. If you're running for first downs, get out of bounds or slide.
Yeah,
protect yourself. You got think about it, you got to protect yourself. Like I think Josh Allen, similar to Cam Newton. If Cam Newton didn't take so many headshots, I think his career would have been longer.
He'd still be in the league.
I think he'd still be in the league.
He'd still be a starting quarterback.
I think because he took so many big shots, he broke down.
Yeah.
And mentally, like it's when you take those hits, it's easier to get.
Yeah.
Like I think Josh Allen's career is going to be shorter because of the hits that he's taking.
I think so too. Should they use all the offensive line?
Should they use? Oh, they got left, including practice squad. It's like use everybody. I think you got to put guys that know what they're doing. So you couldn't just take somebody and say, "Hey, go out there."
I think the line played well last week. I'd go with the same one.
Yeah.
Will that lovely smile ever turn into a Mac Jones pouty face? I just don't see. They don't have the same mental makeup.
Yeah.
I don't think.
I don't see him like in a Sears catalog as a kid. You know,
with the tennis racket.
Yeah.
Does the line look better because May can move around and throw on the run? 100%.
I think so. Now, the only problem that you can get into is because they're so used to guys running around him and the quarterback being there, he's going to get out of the pocket. You can get a few more holding calls, but I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
Because you're grabbing on.
Used to it.
You're used to it. Yeah. You're not used to a quarterback that can get out. So,
yeah.
And you don't know where he's going to go. So he might bail out of the pocket and you're holding on, and then the guy redirects, and then you get a holding call.
Does the athletic ability of May create more opportunity to get someone open? 100%, because he
big
can
time.
extend the play. I mean, you got some quick receivers like Pop Douglas, right? If he's not open on that first look
Yeah.
and May can buy time and roll out, I mean, is there many guys in the league that could hang with Pop Douglas in running an open field?
Think about this: 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000. Ball's got to be out or break down.
Or he's
and play.
out of the pocket,
Yep,
though.
that's it.
Yeah. Is it possible for Drake's May season to be successful even if the team goes 0 for 12? Yeah. I mean, if he can show growth and leadership and all that, but I don't see them losing all the games with Drake May. I think they would be at worst 3-2 right now if you started Drake May.
Yeah.
At worst.
Yep. They win Miami if he's playing.
Who is his go-to receiver? I would say either
I'm gonna
Pop
say-
Douglas or Jalen Polk.
I'm going to say tight end outlet is going to be big. So Polk and Hunter Henry.
I think it'll be Pop and Polk. I think Polk just because he's worked probably the most with, right, since they were.
Why risk
Rookies.
putting in May when the surrounding pieces make it difficult for him to succeed?
I don't agree
There-
with this round.
I mean, if you look at certain franchises like Peyton Manning, when he was a rookie, he got thrown into the fire and he was destroyed. He got killed. But they slowly built the team around Peyton Manning, and then they turned into what the Colts turned into.
But I like everybody is so down on the receivers. Like, how do you even know? Like, they've been open and not getting the ball. Like, Polk, I think, is going to be a really good receiver. Pop Douglas has already shown he's a good receiver. Do they have like that absolute number one guy? No,
No.
not many teams do. So I don't think their weapons are as bad as what people think. Is it going to be Mac Jones 2.0? No. They're different quarterbacks. Would Milton, with his scrambling ability, be a better option? Milton, I don't think, is a quarterback.
I think May's probably a better scrambler.
Yeah, it's not just about like straight line speed,
No,
right?
it's,
Like,
it's
about-
just like getting out of the pocket,
Yeah.
the feel, throwing on the run. I bet you Mac. Why did I say Mac? Stop talking about Mac. Everybody stop. May's ability to throw on the run is probably better than Milton
Yeah.
on the run. So
Yeah.
he's more accurate. He's got more pop on the ball. So, I mean, I'm excited to see it. We'll see. This is exciting. I'm going to be in a cranberry bog, but I'll be watching. I got a TV there.
Are the Patriots making the correct decision with May?
I think at this point right now, you don't have any other option.
I
You
think
have
it
to
is.
go with May.
There's no wrong decision here. You drafted the kid number 3. There's only one way to find out if he is
Put him in.
the right pick, is to play him. That's the
Put him in.
only thing. Yeah, I'll be watching the game from London.
Is that where they go next week?
Yeah.
Oh, so you're going to be there.
Yeah, I'll go to Paris. Actually, I'm watching from
Oh,
Paris.
Paris, huh?
Paris first and then to London.
Nice. All right.
Gonna throw a Zin in.
Yeah, well, this is in. We should get a sponsorship with them. Huh?
You spit one out, though, because of all the plastic.
I'm going to keep eating it.
Yeah. You like the plastic?
Well, we all eat plastic. We eat 53 credit cards a year in plastic. Statistically.
You're adding it up, though.
Yeah,
Zins.
screw it. I'm 40 years old. I probably got
What does
10
Paige
to,
think
10
about
to
your
20
Zin
years.
use?
She made me spit it out today when she saw it.
What, you didn't like it?
She said, if you don't spit that out, you're getting out of the car and walking. So I spit it out.
You're a little impulsive with that stuff, huh?
Yeah, impulse control's an issue. Ex-football players. It's a serious thing.
All right, you want to get into picks?
Fuck. I do want to get in picks, Daniel.
You want to pull it up, DJ, and we'll let everybody know that Rob is now currently down 9 right now. He's like the Patriots offense. You gonna put Drake May in this week?
Put my shades on for the picks.
I think
Nice
you only,
shades,
I think
by
you
the
only
way.
got like 2 right last week or
Oh, that's
something outside the ones
bullshit.
that we
Costas. I love these.
on your own.
All right.
You got them from the gas station?
No, these are freaking glass, baby. You don't mess with these. These are good for fishing. Polarized.
All right, so tonight we're going to have 49ers at the Seahawks.
Seahawks they lost last week.
I think so. Let me give you proper information.
49ers. That's going to be a big game.
Yeah, Seahawks lost to the Giants.
Yeah. I'm going to go 49ers.
I'm going 49ers in that game.
Yeah.
Jaguars at the Bears. That's
Ooh.
going to be in London. I think the Jaguars play back-to-back games in London, by the way.
Oh, they were there last week. Didn't they win last week too? Jaguars? The Jaguars, they did.
Yeah, they beat the Colts. I think that was in Jacksonville, though. They're playing this week they're playing this game in London. I think they play the Patriots the following week in London also.
I'm going to go Bears.
I'm also going Bears. I don't think Jacksonville's very good.
No. Buccaneers
at the Saints. It's a good game. There is no Derek Carr in this game.
I'm going Bucks.
I'm also going to go Bucks because...
Yeah, Carr's out.
Yeah. Commanders at the Ravens. Whoo, that's a good game. Why is that only a 1 o'clock game?
I'm going Ravens.
I'm going to go Commanders in that game.
Okay. That's a good one. I'm up. Give me 8.
Cardinals at the Packers.
I'm going Packers.
I'm going to go Cardinals in that game.
Okay.
It's so weird. Doesn't Kyler Murray look like a little toddler running around?
Looks like a child. Looks like a peewee football player.
Colts at the Titans.
Colts.
We'll skip that one to the end. Browns at the Eagles.
I'm going Eagles.
Chargers at the Broncos.
I'm going to go Broncos.
I'm going Broncos. Steelers at the Raiders.
I'm going to go Steelers.
I'm going to go Raiders in that one. Aiden O'Connell is playing now over Minshew.
Yeah.
Falcons at the Panthers.
Falcons.
Lions at the Cowboys.
Lions.
I'm going to go Cowboys in that one
Okay.
at home. Bengals at the Giants.
I'm going to go Bengals.
I'm also going to go Bengals. Bills at the Jets.
I'm going
Monday
Bills.
night.
Bills.
Why is that a Monday night game?
I don't know.
Bills. And then 1 o'clock Sunday, May Day, the start of Drake May against a really, really good Texans team.
I'm going to take the Texans.
I am going to take the Patriots in that one. I'm going to go Drake May is going to have his first win. He's going to throw for 250, rush for 50 yards, have 3 total touchdowns.
That'd be amazing. If that happens,
like a pick or two.
that happens, I will be happy that you beat me in that pick. Yes. I'll be happy.
But you're not being positive, though. You're picking the Texans.
No, I'm picking the Texans. I'm being realistic. Can I say that? I've said that a million times. I'm just a realist. I'm a realist.
Positive.
I'm a real person in a fake ass world we live in. Fake. You guys enjoying the show? There's a few ways that you can support the Dan and Ninko Show. First being subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Or you can become a super fan. Go to danandninko.com. First month is 50% off, so it's only $5 to subscribe. That gives you an exclusive chat with Ninko and I on Discord, access to exclusive content, 15% off our brand new merch store, which has some really cool stuff in it, our members only merch, and you get notified when we have special guests on the show.
Did you see those? Dude, there ain't no way I'm buying any property in Florida.
Yeah, I know.
That's terrible. I feel so bad for everybody down there. 2 years ago, Fort Myers had a terrible hurricane.
Yeah.
If you can rebuild, if your insurance company gives you anything, which people were struggling to get anything.
Yeah.
You have 2 years later, everything's destroyed again. If you rebuilt, it's destroyed.
You see Tropicana Field and
the roof's off of it. They should just keep the roof off. They're moving anyway.
Yeah.
They should just take the roof off, which I don't think that works because I don't think there's like drainage or anything in a dome or something that's supposed to have a roof on it. But where does all the garbage go?
In the ocean.
It goes right into the ocean. Then it goes right into the fish, and you guys eat the fish. Plastics.
You don't eat fish?
I don't. I try not to eat as much. I only eat salmon from Alaska. That's it.
Why?
Because I don't eat any other fish.
Like if it's a deep water fish.
I don't eat. All the deep water has plastic in it too.
It's all like in like a, where
no,
like the current
they
meets.
found plastic in like the deepest parts of the ocean. Like the deepest parts, they found
You have
plastic.
a zin in your mouth. You won't eat like
It's temporary.
You won't eat like cod or something.
I won't
like
eat cod. No, cod has like forever
you'll
chemicals.
have a zin. Oh, what? Let's see. What is in a zin?
Nothing. It's just nicotine.
I don't think so. Yeah.
What's in a zin? Zin?
It contains low levels of ammonia and formaldehyde.
Formaldehyde?
Yeah.
What? Why? Why would they put formaldehyde in this? I'll be pumped with that shit soon enough. Like, why the hell don't they why do they put formaldehyde in it?
That's what it says. Study found that Zyn and similar products
Why?
contain low levels of harmful substances such as ammonia and formaldehyde.
Why?
Keep sucking on your Zyn and make fun of the people that are eating cod.
Why?
Like,
Why can't I just get a normal thing that's healthy? Is there organic Zins? Is there organic nicotine pouches?
well, if you go, like when you go to Peru, they take the cocaine leaves that they make cocaine from, and then you just put them in your mouth, and they help with like altitude sickness. And
Is
all
that illegal?
No, because it's not the actual drug. It's the like you create cocaine by the process of it all. It's just using that leaf. So they actually give them to you when you get off the plane and stuff. Because when you go up to like Cusco, which up in the mountains, it's so high above sea level. You take those, put them in if you're feeling sick, and
Nicotine,
Feel better.
salt, fillers, stabilizers, sweeteners, flavors, pH adjusters. Well, what's the filler?
formaldehyde.
Mm,
What, do you think they were good for you or something?
no, I just thought they're better than tobacco.
I think tobacco's better because at least that's just like more natural.
What do they put on the tobacco leaf before they
Cow shit.
something?
So
I can't do anything that's not safe. I can't play football. I can't freaking have a drink. I can't have a nicotine. Can't have a cigar. Can't eat fish.
You can eat fish.
No.
You just choose not to.
The fish is everything has plastic in it. They're finding plastic in human brain tissue and freaking balls in your balls and shit.
It's not from eating fish, though.
It's from eating food with plastic in it.
That's
fish
the same
have
thing, though, as
plastic.
It's
They have-
like cows and
It's in their systems. It's in our muscle.
know.
It's in us.
yeah.
Plastic is in us because it's everywhere.
What do you have in your mouth?
Cotton.
It's not cotton.
I don't know what it is.
Cotton.
Synthetic.
No, it's
something.
plastic probably.
Fuck.
No, actually,
You're stealing my joy. I'm going to go get some tobacco now. I'm going to go get some. Oh, I'm in New Hampshire. I'm definitely going to the gas station. I'm definitely getting some Red Man.
you did that before and like threw it up.
No, I didn't. It
You
just
did. Wasn't that was one of the shows, right?
I put in. I almost threw up. I almost threw up.
You gonna get a pipe?
I love pipes. My grandpa used to smoke a pipe. Smells terrific. Remember when I stopped and got the pipe?
Yeah, I know you smoked it in here.
Yeah,
You smelt it for like TJ was dying.
I know. TJ doesn't seem like a nicotine guy.
He was really
TJ, throw one of these pouches in. Your ass will be freaking stumbling.
get a nice pH adjuster.
That's right. Dude, I've been golfing.
Formaldehyde.
Hey, you want to come golf with me?
When?
November 10th, 11th, 12th.
Yeah, if I'm around.
No, I'm going to Pebble Beach.
Oh,
Me and a
what?
group of guys for fun. Play Pebble Beach Monday, Tuesday, back Wednesday. So it's 2 days at Pebble Beach. Private, your own little like house hut, like they have them on the golf course.
Oh.
It's gonna be pretty cool.
Yeah, I'll do that.
We have 2 spots open.
I'll do that.
All right.
I haven't played golf in a while.
I've been getting after it. I got to play tomorrow.
I don't want to embarrass you though.
Dude, I've been hitting the ball
basketball and all
well
that.
and golf. Like I hit a 60-foot putt the other day, and I have documentation.
What's the documentation?
My buddy was filming. Dude, it was down a hill. I
filming.
kicked it way out, came
Like with your
down.
foot?
Everyone crazy. And we finished tied for first in the tournament. Ninko's got some pop in that swing.
Are nicotine pouches bad for your heart?
My heart is healthy.
It increases cardiovascular disease.
I already have something like that from steak and burgers, hot dogs.
What about the plastic?
That's everything we eat is wrapped in plastic.
I just
everything.
don't understand how you won't eat fish, but you'll
I
put
don't
Zyn in.
because fish. I like salmon.
Will you eat a hot dog?
I will, but I don't like them.
Okay.
I like the organic. They're like a green pouch in plastic. They're all in plastic. Everything's in plastic. You can't get away from it. I'm crazy. I try to drink out of glass. I don't eat. I try not to like reheat anything in plastic. It's not good for you. It's not good for you.
But if the same theory that
I'm probably gonna die from
that fish-
freaking hitting my head too many times.
that fish
But
have
I want to try and
that
avoid.
fish have plastic, then wouldn't like cows
Everything
and-
has plastic. Yes.
So-
yes.
so you won't eat steak now?
I eat a lot of steak, but I try to eat the grass fed.
But were you just
So-
at a sushi place?
You want to? Yeah.
You don't eat sushi?
Yeah. I was eating sushi.
Like with fish?
It was salmon. I asked for the salmon, and you can't eat farm raised. Do not eat farm raised salmon. They dye it, and it's disgusting. So Go check out Karma.
It's funny that you're doing that while having a Zin in.
Karma, one of the best sushi places around. If you want to go for a good sushi spot, go to Karma.
Where is it? In Burlington or Wilmington or something like that?
Burlington, and they just opened one in Westchester, north of the city.
Westchester?
Is it West? Winchester.
Winchester, yeah.
Winchester.
Like Westchester.
Dude, go check out Winchester Karma. It's probably not that far from you. It is like $4 million build out. It looks like a Vegas restaurant inside. It is crazy nice.
So you'll
Super
only
nice.
eat salmon sushi,
I like salmon on my sushi if I'm gonna have a salmon.
but you don't eat any other sushi?
I don't.
You do.
I had a couple. They have this Wagyu roll, which is wrapped in Wagyu. Comes out on literally like flaming. They have it sitting over fire. Really good. So get the Wagyu roll. Their scallops. They like do this like sliced scallop, and then they put like this sauce on top. First class.
You'll eat scallops, but then won't eat like cod or haddock or something like that?
Haddock is disgusting.
Why?
It's like a gross.
I gotta remember when I'm in London, I gotta take a picture of the fish and chips and send it to
The
you.
fish and chips are gross
That
too.
one-
They're just in grease.
Good stuff.
All right.
Are you
Well,
going to London?
No, I'm gonna be
Why?
here. We have serious. I'm the Saints coach this year for flag football. We start playoffs
Your
Sunday.
assistant coach.
Assistant. I'm the OC.
No, see.
I'm the OC.
They start this Sunday?
Playoffs start Sunday. Yeah,
I thought you were in
8
I
o'clock.
thought you were in the cranberry bog.
I am. After that, we're going right to the Cranberry Box. Starts at 11 o'clock. Second load's coming out, and then 12 o'clock pig roast. 1 o'clock Pats. A couple keg beers. First class.
Wow. That's
Yeah.
that's not a bad little day.
It's gonna be a nice day. It should be nice weather too.
No ringing the bell.
No ringing the bell. And Monday's Columbus Day or something. No school.
Yeah.
No
think
school. So got extra day.
It's the after the next weekend. I don't think it's this Monday.
We got to do
is
one of our
this one?
next episodes. We are going to do the revealing, and we haven't done many car things lately. I am flying to Oklahoma soon to go get that blue truck, so we'll do a little coverage on that one. But we should do like the unzipping of the GT3 RS. That should be a interesting.
Is it coming in?
It's coming in November, mid-November.
That'd be a cool one.
So that one we'll just
Get it
leave
right
it.
in time for the salt.
We'll just leave it wrapped up, and we won't touch it.
You're not gonna drive in that car, right?
I probably shouldn't because it's gonna.
Well, it's gonna be November.
I won't be able to drive it, but I might just go
You'll
around
look
a little
around.
bit. No salt.
Then
Maybe
just
I'll
sit
drive it
there
a little bit and just
clean
sit
under
in it. And we're
You'll
gonna
be cleaning it.
we're gonna
nonstop?
swap a couple things and unload a couple things and help
Oh,
on
cars?
the taxes. Yeah,
You gonna sell some cars?
I'm gonna move the old man Cadillac and the ZR1. So I'll move both of those. That'll give me a
The
good.
Blackwing that you said was gonna go up in value.
Yeah, the Blackwing lost 50 grand, but maybe more. But hey, you win some, you lose some. Good thing I
It's
have.
not white.
Good thing I have a lot
of.
of Apple stock. That's been up good, so I'm going to trim a little bit of that. It's my largest holding, so that's been
You
helping
use
me
that.
out.
I think it's a wrap for
that's
for
it.
this episode.
All right.
So check us out on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube.
Let's go, May.
Come on,
Let's
yards,
go,
yeah.
baby.
Come on, May.
Future's bright, baby.
All right, and we'll see you guys next week.
See you guys. Take care.